You unzip the entire cover, which is what Luke is doing now. And remove these straps. And depending on your setup, you may have to crawl on top of things. The corners are the hardest parts to get around, but not bad. And then you flip the cover off. And it just lays. The next part is you have to remove the Velcro straps. There are 2 of them. And then you pull from the ladder, which is telescoping, so it'll click into place. The next part is you get this bar up into the tent. They're sort of like natural corners that you'll see. Just where Luke is setting it. And they sit in these little slots that might be tucked in there because they flip backwards. And then you tension this part of the tent with the lines, and the tent comes with little holders for the ground, tent stakes. We're making it work on a tree here because we've been to this spot before and know it works well. And then you've got this nice vestibule where you could ideally hang a shoe bag or something. The tent comes with all of the fly poles that you need. However, because of the design of our rack, Luke had to fabricate some stakes and some poles. So never mind that. I'll cut to when he's putting in the poles. For the tent poles, there are little slits and there are little holes that are built in that you get it into. And then you just put it in the grommet. There are 3 windows to do this to. So you've got this window that you need to add the poles to. This window here, and this is one of the windows where Luke fabricated a pole. And this window here, where he also had to fabricate a pole, just because how close it is to the cab of the truck. We're on a 2-day camping trip and we just stayed at another campsite last night, so we just left our blankets in there One's a comforter that's kind of thin, and then there's another thin throw blanket, and we were able to close it up. So you may not want to leave your blankets in there long term, but if you're just moving spots over the course of a weekend, we were able to keep our 2 blankets in there and a sheet. This is one of the special poles. And that's why you see the screen unzipped. That's just because we picked a different spot for the second night and didn't seal it all back up. But if we were sealing this up to not use for a few weeks, we would zip everything up and put all of the covers down appropriately to make sure it was laying nice and stored properly. We got a dog in the car. And it's honestly as easy as that. I'll show the interior. We were making this video because when we were purchasing this tent, which we bought used off of Facebook Marketplace, there were not any interior videos that we could find nor set up. So we had to just, Luke had to really just wing it. We do have 2 dogs. We actually lift them up through the bed of the truck through one of the windows because carrying them up the ladder is a little tricky. And then this is what the interior looks like. It's really spacious. You could easily fit a family of 4 in here. We fit 2 adults and 2 dogs. And you could open these up, even remove the rain fly. It's got some pockets, and you can leave the screens on or even open them up. And this spot that we're camping here gets pretty windy, and it holds up really well to the wind. It was a very, very windy night last time we were here, and it was just nice during the wind and very stable. Hope this helps someone.